Did you know they were making a woke Tomb Raider tabletop RPG? Yes, they were. It was coming from Evil Hat Productions, who's one of the worst companies out there. They are just insane activists on every single level. And it is now scrapped. The company that owns Tomb Raider, they have said that they are parting ways because of creative differences. Shocker. What could those creative differences be? Well, you got a Tomb Raider book where clearly Tomb Raider's not the main character. It's this weird group of Antifa people who are we got the angry Karen blonde lady leading everybody, of course, because that's their dream world. We got this like weird Samoan dude who's probably homosexual, very very body positive. We got a they them with some face paint on, and this black lesbian in the back. That's, I don't think Tomb Raider when I see this, but it is what it is. And it is canceled. And we're going to go through, I've got some inside information from the company, actually, that is really interesting about this, that goes into a little more depth as to why this is canceled and what happened along the way. Shocking stuff. So please hit the like and subscribe button as we talk all things tabletop RPGs here and fantasy on the channel. I am a fantasy writer myself. And I don't have like a Tomb Raider, Indiana Jones type of deal, but I do have an airship adventure, which is a lot of fun. So if you like action adventure, I think you'll enjoy my Adventures of Baron von Monocle series. This is a 6-book series. It's an airship crew. They quest, they fight monsters, they get involved in this heavy war, and it's a lot of fun. It's in the description below, guys. Check it out. Thank you so much for reading. We are just crushing it again. And the best part is it is 99 cents on sale through the weekend. It gets so good through the whole series. I build this up quite a bit. And thanks, guys, for picking this up and making us a perennial bestseller here. It's also available on audiobook if you have Audible credits and the like. Appreciate you guys. So Tomb Raider tabletop RPG is scrapped from Evil Hat Productions. Evil Hat Productions is quite the interesting company, let's say. You can kind of look at them, and you see they're on Drive-Thru RPG and the like, and here's their X account. Are they still? Oh, they went protected. Of course they did. Every single time this Tomb Raider information is coming up. But they're best known. This is one, of course, one of the designers they were putting on Tomb Raider was one for Thirsty Sword Lesbians, an LGBTQ plus is for pedophile, I guess, a tabletop game. Oh boy, this is who they had design. I wonder why it turned out like this, and I wonder why there were creative differences. Oh my gosh. So more than that, this company, Evil Hat Productions, also was part of the Gamers for Harris campaign. So if you didn't see the Gamers for Harris, it is now taken down. And it is it is something that was probably the cringiest thing in the election last year. They put up a whole website, yes, Gamers for Harris, and all of these companies got in on it and started putting that they're part of it. Heidi Gygax, this is Gary Gygax's daughter. More than 400 game creators just signed a letter endorsing Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. I'm among them. Gamers for Harris. A bunch of people were on this, and they were one of those people who were on this. And so you can see exactly where the problem's going to be. These are activists. They're not people who actually care about RPGs. And so this dropped earlier this year, Shadows of Truth. People were going to... and they were savaging it online, obviously, because this looks ridiculous right here. And you can look at some of the developers involved in it. You can see, of course, people from Crystal Dynamics who make Tomb Raider. But the lead writer here is this dude, Ray Nedjadi, in the game. And so here it is, mostly on Tumblr. They, and of course, you look at it, and this is one of those folk there. And he says, what is it? Nebula Award winner. So this is always a big problem because that means he's a member of the Science Fiction and Fantasy Writers Association, another weird activist group that just gives awards to themselves. And you can see on his profile, queer, oh my gosh, I can talk, transmask, disabled, RPG C. Oh boy. And exciting stuff on this. That's one of them. And as you go more about Ray, I'm a Filipino-Algerian, live in the Philippines, and I'm as queer as you expect most indie tabletop RPG designers. Oh boy, I don't know. But the tabletop RPG designers I hang around are not not queer. We got April Kit Walsh on this too. He's quite the dude right here, as you can see. This is the Thirsty Sword Lesbians designer, as I aforementioned here. She, her, in case you didn't know, and Gay Gem is the dude's other pronouns. She, for sure. She, definitely a lesbian. I could tell by the pictures. And then we have Pam Punzalan, a queer Filipina based in the Greater Toronto area of Canada. And what a game dev looks like right here. I guess that's what game devs look like at this company. So you can see why this was a complete train wreck all the way around. Holy crap. This is just absurd. So it was announced that the Crystal Dynamics pulled out over creative differences, but there's an interesting backstory behind this. They were developing a Tomb Raider RPG, and you can see Lara Croft's Tomb Raider's Mark of the Phoenix. This is a free-to-play RPG that was developed by somebody inside Crystal Dynamics at the company. Now, this person no longer works at the company, and I had an insider talk to me about this. And basically, this was already done. It was ready to go. And then when this was ready to go, they were like, we're going to team with somebody else to publish this. So despite this, they ignored their employees' work and went to Evil Hat Productions to develop it. The author actually went in and offered for them to use his free version, which was already in existence and is a fine tabletop RPG. You can look it up. And he was offering to help Evil Hat create a non-woke version of what was going on. And he was shot down. They said no. They actually wanted to push the woke agenda and wanted to go that direction, and shot down actually doing a normal game because they didn't want a normal game. And this is exactly everything that's wrong with the tabletop RPG industry. If you guys don't realize, from top to bottom, these weird activists that you were just seeing from this company are everywhere. They're in Wizards of the Coast doing Dungeons and Dragons. They're at Paizo doing Pathfinder. The people at Onyx Path doing New World of Darkness. It's been just infiltrated 100% by these weirdos who don't want fun games, who don't want a bunch of dudes just having a good time on a Friday or Saturday night, drinking beers and having times with their buddies. They want to change the whole makeup of everything, and you know they show you exactly what they want it to be. They want their tabletop games to look like this, and it's just not going to happen in the real world because those people don't play games. And so all these companies end up going broke. All these companies end up having massive layoffs. We've actually been covering this week. If you missed yesterday's video about how a big D&D executive just flounced from Wizards of the Coast, go watch that video, guys, because that's pretty interesting as well. And so the days are numbered for this kind of thing. It's just not working out. Of course, Crystal Dynamics, I don't know anything about the company itself. I only know the lower level people who were involved in this, and that's how I found out about this. And found out that there was a second tabletop game that was already designed that was just completely rejected in favor of this. He makes it even more ridiculous. But you got to think that when these creative differences happen, they scrap the projects, they know that it's going to kill their brand. They know that they're in trouble at this point. And in 2025, none of these companies can go out there and just afford to take these kind of hits to their brand that they would have done a couple of years ago, thinking that they were going to be able to, of course, transform society, and people were just going to eat it up and just do it anyway. They just rely on the brand simps to do everything. That's really not the case anymore. People are tuning out of everything in droves at this point. You're seeing it all across the board. From Dungeons & Dragons, their latest failure was a complete disaster. That goes downstream towards the entire tabletop industry, and there's just not a lot of room or margin for error at this point. So Crystal Dynamics dodged a bullet, in my opinion, by scrapping this. Even if they put some money into it, even if they paid something for it, I mean, I'm going to guess that it probably went the other way around, that they paid a licensing fee to Crystal Dynamics, and Crystal Dynamics might have to pay that back or something if it's not being developed anymore. But yikes, crazy stuff on this level. And I'm glad, for Tomb Raider fans especially, it's good for you that this is no longer in production, because what a train wreck this would have been. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. And yes, thanks to the insider who gave me some of the information on the secondary tabletop game. Makes it really interesting that they actually had a non-woke game and they decided to go this route. Yikes. Check out my book for Steam and Country if you like some great fantasy, guys. This will be a lot of fun. Like I said, good action adventure. It's in the description below. Only 99 cents through the weekend. We'll be back soon.